Hello and welcome to Lifetime on Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
And I am Kay Serrano, also known as Mom Serrano.
Mama Serrano.
Mm-hmm. And I'm Hoger Serrano, Dad.
Papa Serrano.
Papa Serrano. Like
In the house.
There you go.
Yep.
Parents
Here we
are
are.
here
We got
today.
fams.
The whole fam is here. Drew, because I wanted you to spend Christmas with my family, so I brought my family to you.
Oh,
There we
And
are.
it's Christmas.
great. I didn't have to do anything.
You didn't have to do anything. You literally have just been home. And,
Been home.
Christmas and the Serranos are all here today.
Oh, I should have put pants on.
Well,
Oh.
there you go.
Oops.
But yes, this episode is coming out on Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everyone. We hope you're having a great day with your families or your loved
And it's
ones.
snowing.
Yeah.
And there's
There's a
bunnies.
tree, or if you have no family and you're an orphan, maybe you got to sleep in today.
This is our
Yeah.
gift to you.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, orphans.
Hey, it's free. Podcast is free.
It is free, so
Orphans can listen to our podcast.
I think we have mostly orphan listeners.
That is our
That's our demographic.
That's our demographic.
They don't watch Hallmark or Lifetime, but
Female 30s orphan.
right. So Christmas time, Mom and Dad, we a few episodes ago, or maybe just one episode ago, we were talking about with Joe and Cassandra about oranges in the stocking.
Yes, absolutely.
Where did that come from? Drew, Drew didn't believe
I've
it.
never heard that before.
I guess Hoger has no opinion on this. I don't. I just grew up, I guess, with an orange in my stocking.
Yeah.
So I just passed that on.
I just
I
for
didn't
generations.
know that. I
and
didn't know that it
generations.
was weird.
For thousands of years.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we were talking about it, and Drew was like, "What? An
Like-
orange?" And
I was saying I'd be pissed if I had an orange. That
Yeah.
is taking up precious candy space.
there you go.
Well, I do remember stockings placed by the fireplace with lots of chocolate in them, and so the orange was the only thing that survived through the
Oh yeah.
fire. Yes, it was melted chocolate inside the stocking. Not a good Christmas morning greeting. Yeah.
I mean, look, it tastes the same.
Right. You'll just eat out of the stocking.
I'll just eat it.
melted
I would eat
chocolate.
it, but I don't know
Yeah.
about anybody else.
Not me. I don't like Christmas chocolate.
You don't like Christmas chocolate?
No.
Okay.
One year I had too much, and then I threw up all over the place. Do
Oh.
you remember that?
That was intentional,
do
so that I could
remember
get
that,
all
yes.
the leftovers.
Dad remembers that?
I remember, yes, getting too much.
Yep. Once a glutton, always a glutton, I guess. But we're not here to talk about gluttony. We're here to talk about our final movie of the season. Saved a nice one for you, Drew. You
Yeah?
don't know what it is.
I don't.
It is Christmas in Rome.
Rome. We're going to Rome.
We're going to
Yes.
Rome now?
So, we had Christmas at Drew's house today. That's where we are. But, some people go to Rome. Which is better?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. And
So,
it's,
yes.
and it's a Hallmark.
It's a Hallmark.
It's a
All right.
Hallmark.
It stars Lacey Chabert,
Oh.
our favorite Lacey,
Our favorite Lacey Chabert.
and Sam Page.
Yep.
He's a human Labrador.
A human Labrador.
Yeah, he's sweet.
Yeah, he's just like a
He's
big,
just a
blonde,
big old puppy
dumb
dog.
Big brown
man.
eyes.
Yeah. And Lacey, her movies the last few years have been not so good. I think she was pregnant one year, and then she probably had like little kids. But now she's mandating that she travels for every movie. So she was in Africa. She is in Rome, and they filmed in Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And in Budapest, they filmed there as well.
Oh, okay.
So, and they really did. Like, they really were not on a Hallmark set,
Oh, so they were actually on.
They were
okay,
there.
because the Lacey Chabert's a writer.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, when you're picturing this movie, Drew, because he doesn't watch them, Dad.
Only read Skittles, and I travel there.
So, yeah. So, picture Rome, but real Rome.
Like Rome.
Not like a painted,
Not a paint. Not a.
I don't know
not a
anything
green,
Rome.
Not a green
Coliseum? Is the Coliseum in Rome?
Yes,
The
yes.
Sure is.
Colosseum.
Yes.
Screen.
Okay.
Sure is in Rome.
The Spanish Steps.
There you go.
Trevi Fountain.
I don't know. I'm very bad at tourist
The
stuff.
Pope.
The Pope?
Yes.
Yeah.
St. Peter's Square.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vatican.
So, jumping into the movie, we have Lacey Chabert, Dad, what was Lacey Chabert's name in the movie?
Angela.
Angela.
And
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and Oliver was the.
Oliver was the guy.
Oliver was the dude. Okay.
So Dad did his homework. He remembered the names.
Yes.
Woohoo.
And he
Good
stayed
job.
awake the whole movie.
he
Good.
did.
I
He
did-
did.
I did
That
that
was
good.
a real accomplishment.
All
and,
right.
And one more, the Fletchers.
You're getting ahead of things. Here.
Okay.
Hold
Yes.
off. Hold off.
And then-
So, he knows all the names.
Oh, okay. Great.
Other than that, I'm not sure. We'll see. But for these purposes, not to confuse Dad, we're just going to call Lacey Chabert Lacey Chabert
Okay.
because she's famous enough where she doesn't.
Yeah, she gets.
doesn't
her-
need a name.
She always gets her real name
Oh, okay.
because she's made it.
She's made it. She's made it on this podcast.
She's made it on this podcast.
So Lacey Chabert, she is doing like tours in Rome. It's Christmas time,
Okay.
and she pretty much lives there. I thought she
she-
was maybe like a tourist or something. Just
Oh,
a really
she's a tour
overexcited
guide?
tourist. Yeah, she's a tour
Oh, okay.
guide.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting thing, we see her going on a tour, and everyone's wearing red hats.
Make America great.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
MAGA hats. I thought they were MAGA hats. They weren't. I don't know what they were, but they were all red hats.
Christmas hats.
They're Christmas hats.
I don't know.
We'll
I
call
don't
them-
I didn't
think
even
so.
notice.
We'll call them Christmas hats.
I can't see a red hat and not question what it is. So, but
I've seen some good ones that like are red hat, like on purpose, on like red
Right,
hats.
they're,
that
like,
just say,
trolling them.
art or something on them, or I don't like.
Nice.
It's like okay, don't wear a red hat though.
Right. Just never wear a red hat
No.
again. So
Triggering.
she
All right.
takes them around and she's like telling them she has like cool things that she wants to do that's not on the official tour guide because she works for some company.
Okay.
And everyone's like, "Are you sure we can go?" She's like, "Don't worry, don't worry." She takes them all to a bakery. And she's
Okay.
like, "This is the best bakery in town, in Rome."
Best
in town.
bakery in Rome.
And you're
Rome
like,
town.
okay,
And that would like probably be like the best bakery like ever.
maybe.
If it's the best bakery in Rome, isn't that supposed? Well, no, that's like France. Probably.
Yeah, I'm like, French bread is better than
Yeah,
Rome,
wait.
Rome bread. I never heard of Rome bread.
Italian bread's good.
Italian bread is
Oh,
good.
yes, we do have the bread expert here with us
Yes,
today.
that's
I mean, if they're like, this is the best place to get spaghetti, then
Yeah.
that would be the best spaghetti in the world.
Right. I just always forget Rome is in Italy. So there's that problem for me.
That's a problem.
So thank you for that. I guess I'm confusing
Where
it
did-
with Greece, maybe.
Oh, you're thinking it's in Greece?
Yeah,
Like
Grecian
the-
bread.
The Roman times, like,
Yeah, Roman, ancient Rome.
The Gladiator, isn't
Yeah.
that in Rome?
Yes.
They were Romans, yes.
So putting that with like a meatball man, my stereotype of an Italian person,
Chef Boyardee.
they get confused. Yeah, Shep Boyardee or Russell Crowe. I can't put them
Super-
together in the
No,
same
no.
person.
Super
Yeah,
Mario
I can see
Brothers.
the problem.
Yeah.
So, but the bread store, one of the guests on the tour is like, "Excuse me, is this gluten-free bread?" And Lacey's like, "Just eat it, shut up. You're on vacation." And the girl, of course, gets really sick and
dies.
and dies.
A real problem
Wow,
for the tour
Hallmark
guide.
is good.
Right. Hallmark
Yeah.
really
Wow.
went there with this one. No, she goes to like the ER or something and charges the company back her medical bills.
Okay.
So the boss calls her in and he's like, "Lacey," sits her down. He's like, "You really do things great and do your own way. And that's something. That's something. But we've talked about this and you can't go off the tour guide.
yeah,
It's a
Yeah,
tour.
follow the script.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So he was more angry that it was off the script.
Right.
Yeah.
He was like, gluten allergies aren't real. He didn't care about the person. He just wants her to stick to the script.
Look, I know celiac is not a testable or understood anything.
Right.
So
Yeah. So he actually fires her at Christmas.
on Christmas?
Yes.
Not on Christmas, but around Christmas.
Around Christmas time?
And I was shocked because no one fires Lacey Chabert.
Hell no. Hell no.
But she didn't seem that shocked.
No.
She's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, "You're right."
Yeah, good point.
So
And was he
now.
like, Lacey Chabert!
Lacey Chabert. No, not yet.
Not yet.
We'll get there.
Okay.
We have a Italian stereotype, but probably
Right.
an actual actor from Italy.
Yeah,
So.
and it seems like a They
if they
always
film
seem
there,
like it.
you know,
It seems like you're like, are you making fun of Italians? Oh no, you are Italian.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Italian actors in it.
yeah. I think if you
Only-
like looked at the credits, you'd be like, oh, those are all very
Yeah.
Italian
Yeah,
names.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Giuseppe is there, and
Giuseppe.
I don't know who else. Giada De Laurentiis is there, and just saying
Josefina.
Parmesan really weird. Okay.
This is Parmesan. I
It's like a Parmesan. You know what I'm talking about, Dad?
yeah, I got you.
Okay, so we have Oliver, who Dad already told us about, at least his name. He lives in New York, and he does business.
Business.
I don't know what his business was. Do you know?
Acquisitions.
Acquisitions for other businesses. I don't know.
He does business.
Yes. And he likes to work during the holidays because he can get the most done because no one's around.
Yeah.
But actually, that's not how it would work because
No.
you need other people to do your job. So if no one's working, then you can't work.
Yeah, I don't see that logic, but I guess it's relaxing.
Well, no.
More?
He liked to make the deals quickly, and other people want to go home with their family or go
so
shopping.
he's ready to
So-
party.
So
Okay.
he would come on and say, okay, I'll offer you this much, and everybody's okay, we'll take it, and we'll go do our other stuff.
Yeah, okay. People rushing out. Yeah, sure, okay. But he's not.
Tricking 'em.
He's like, yeah. Yep. I got it.
And his dad worked for a Fortune or ran a Fortune 500 business. So he has a lot to
Okay.
live up to. So he's
Yeah.
like under pressure.
Yep.
But he also like
It's
writes.
like it's like me.
It's like you.
It's like my
Right, yeah. He writes numbers on paper and like passes it over a desk. We see him do that. So I'm like, oh, he's very business.
Oh, that's the most businessy business you can do.
He has a glass office.
Oh, that
You know,
done.
those type of that type of business.
Does he have a walking desk?
No,
Right.
no. But people at my job have that, and I want to say, why do you have that? You
Yeah.
don't need that.
No.
Or a standing desk. They're into the standing desk.
Yeah, we have the standing desks. Yep, we have those. And I'm like, I'm not gonna stand up.
No,
I'm gonna
I'm
sit
like,
down in a chair.
I worked at
like
Starbucks. I remember what it was like to stand my whole shift.
I think that's what's like. Yeah. No,
I will sit forever.
I worked in the food business. I'm gonna sit.
They're
I've
yeah.
earned this.
They're paying me to sit.
Yeah.
So he gets a deal, of course, in Italy that he has to land. So he flies to Italy, and then he's like walking around, like looking at his phone, trying to get his GPS to work or
Trying
whatever.
to get a signal.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Italy. Am I
And
right? I don't know.
He bumps into Lacey Chabert, and she's like, "Watch where you're going.
Oh yeah, get out of my way.
Get out of my way."
I'm business.
And she's like, "You're just looking at your phone. You need to like pay attention to where you're going."
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, she just got fired, so she's a little bit testy.
Yeah.
right, and he's like,
Watch where you're going.
I think it comes up like that she like loves giving tours or something, like in their conversation. Like she's like, "Get out of my way, stop texting," and he's like, "Oh, great, sorry," and she's like, "I love giving tours."
just came up naturally and organically.
I think he was asking for directions.
Right, that's
Yeah,
it, because
yeah,
he was
'cause
like
he
late to a
couldn't-
meeting
yeah.
or something. But yeah, then she mentions that she likes to give tours, and she's like, "I'll just walk you there because I have a lot of time on my hands."
Because I just got fired.
It's easier to take you there than to tell you how to get there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they're walking, and she's like telling him about whatever, a statue or something. You know, she's doing her tour guide thing. And they get to the meeting, and she's like, "Don't talk about business first. Just talk, and then do business."
Oh, she's kind of giving like Italian culture.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
things are done differently in
That's
Rome
smart.
than they are in,
Yeah,
in the U.S.
they take like 2-hour lunches and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's like, I
drink so
I don't know if you've heard, but I have a glass office and I do business. So
So that's what I'm here for, and that's what I do.
right. And then we meet Luigi.
Luigi, yes.
See,
Uh-huh.
Dad knows this one.
Yep.
Luigi.
And Luigi is the character where I was like, oh God, he's Luigi, and he's gonna be the Chef Boyardee man, which he wasn't. But you know, he was like an Italian actor,
He was more
he
like
was.
Luigi, like Mario. Luigi.
right? Yeah, totally.
It took me. I missed some of the dialogue because his Italian accent was like for real and hard to understand.
Yeah.
And he gets mad, of course, at Oliver because Oliver goes right into the business Oliver also thinks spaghetti and meatballs are a thing in Italy, which they are not.
No.
They're American.
Mm-hmm.
It's an American thing.
Yeah.
But, not a bad thing.
I mean, they have spaghetti,
Yeah.
like pasta,
Right.
but you just don't, like, you have to specify the sauce and, you can't just be like, spaghetti and meatballs. Hey!
Sound like me.
Yes. So the meeting goes well because Lacey Chabert actually stays at the meeting, and she's like, "Oh, well," she smooths it over somehow.
Oh,
She's
okay.
like, "Don't worry about him. He's just an idiot. He's American."
He's American, am I right?
And Luigi's like, "Oh, okay. Say no more."
As if, like, he didn't know that.
Right?
You would think
you
that
could
that's-
tell
yeah.
from the person.
And that you're, like, going to do a deal.
Yeah.
Or,
You're like,
you know who you're doing a deal with.
A businessman from
Whatever,
New York.
whatever.
So after the meeting, Lacey's like, "Oh, I'll walk you to your hotel."
Okay.
And they walk. Does something happen on their walk?
She's
I don't know.
bored.
Well,
They,
I
like,
guess
make
they
a-
were trying to. Yeah, I mean, that's when they struck up their deal
Right.
that she needed to teach him about the soul of
The soul of Rome.
Rome, so that he could make this business deal, or it was just not going to go
okay.
well. So
Yeah.
they struck up a deal.
Well, she wanted to start her own business,
Oh, okay.
Because she
like
got
her own
fired.
tour thing, yeah.
tour thing. So he asked her if she would go ahead and be his tour guide.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then they said, okay, we'll do this deal for the rest of the week or something like that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mhm. So she's gonna go with him to all his meetings and stuff, and then like go around and very
Be like an assistant type
yeah.
situation.
And she's like,
Sure.
"Okay, I'll do it, but do not fall in love with me. It happens to me all the time."
I just have to warn you, I am Lacey Chabert.
Right.
Everyone falls in love with me.
It's just a fact of life.
It's a fact, and I'm not bragging. I'm just saying this is a fact, scientific fact. It's science.
Yes. So they go and do some more tour things, and we actually see like things of Rome, which I didn't write down because I don't care. Like, I've been on vacation with you guys, as you know. I'm just there.
Yeah.
I'll just go.
Yeah.
Well, see it, and I'll be like, okay, cool.
Okay.
That was the cathedral of whatever the hell. I don't know.
Like Christmas vacation when they go to the Grand Canyon. They just
Right.
like,
They're like, oh, cool, a mountain.
they're like, well,
But
let's go.
very importantly, she did put a little snowflake on his lapel, which had a GPS tracker inside, so that they wouldn't get separated. Because she has lost tourists
Whoa.
before in her previous job. So this way,
Whoa. So
She would-
there's like a
he wouldn't
Weird.
get lost.
dang Hallmark got these technologies
I
and
know.
stuff.
He's like, I'm your only client here.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose me. She's like, I need to know where you are at
I
all
need to
times.
know,
At all
Yeah,
times.
I need to know.
It's getting a little lifetimey.
It's good.
It's important later on in
We're
the story.
kind of stretching into the lifetime area.
They don't show it, but I'm pretty sure she goes into his hotel room and puts nanny cams all around the hotel room.
bugs his phone.
Exactly. So we get facts about Rome. Like latte just means milk. It's not a latte.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they pay it forward. It's like grazie. That means like you buy a coffee and pay it forward to someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That type of stuff. But like probably like a bunch of scenes with that because there's a fountain too.
Okay.
Is that when the fountain happens in this like little? It might happen. Later.
No, I
That's
think
a
it
little
happens a little later.
All right. Okay. We'll get to it. There's a fountain coming through. Get ready.
Oh boy, a fountain scene, huh?
The classic fountain scene.
Well, they decide that she is going to do this tour for him and do the more in-depth visiting. I mean, going to the meetings and all. And he will give her a business plan because she needs a business plan but doesn't know how to do a business plan.
Okay.
So that's where they come
They're
up
hard.
with that
Business
idea.
plans
Yeah.
are
So
real hard.
their deal is getting a little more in depth.
Okay.
And like a little more like makes sense for a deal because she was getting nothing and he
Right.
was getting everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, something that we should note: this movie does not have a lot of Christmas tropes in it. So
Okay.
if you're
Yeah,
waiting
not-
for
not
your
the typical,
snowball
not the
fight or
typical.
all that stuff, that's not coming.
Well, I wasn't. I mean, I was expecting it before I knew it was in Rome,
right.
but now I don't expect.
How mad would you have been if that's what it was in Rome? They just were like, "We're in Rome," and then it was all
And
the
then
normal.
snowballs.
They're like doing snowball
I
fights
would
and gingerbread.
That would wouldn't be great.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing Romy stuff.
Yeah.
Do they have a meatball fight?
No. Drew, our Italian listeners are so angry.
I love meatballs, and a meatball fight would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious. So some Christmassy things. Luigi, the business guy, he has like, I guess like vases and stuff mostly, but then he also has another part of his business where they make Christmas ornaments, but it takes forever because they're handmade,
Hand
a lot of
painted.
detail. So
Takes
it's not
a long
yeah,
time to produce one.
not a good business.
No, it's
Model.
Italian time.
But
Yeah.
you know, Luigi gives them the tour of the thing, and Oliver's like, "This is great.
Okay.
I love this." But you know, it'll probably be the first thing to go
Yeah, right. need
if
to
they
speed it
acquire
up.
that business.
Mhm. Oh, so he's there to acquire the business?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they go pick out a Christmas tree for the apartment because she doesn't really have time to decorate or anything. And there's a whole Italian family she lives with. So she has like the top floor or something, and they live in like another floor. And they're very Italian.
Cool.
There's also an adorable child who's Italian.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name, Hoger? Aha! I don't know her name either.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't write it down.
It was probably Maria.
Maria.
But they build like gingerbread houses and stuff. They do a little bit of that type
Yeah.
of stuff. But it's more the kid like teaching Oliver like how to say pizza. I mean, this is terrible, but I can't think of any Italian words. I don't know Italian. Okay, I only know pizza, meatball, and
Grazie.
Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers. That's an Italian word.
Right. So while they're doing the gingerbreads, they're talking about the business name.
Well,
For-
hey, do you know? So it's very close to Spanish. Gracias.
Yes.
It's grazie.
Grazie.
But
They
you
were
gotta
saying-
put your hand. In
They did
there,
say
like-
some things that I was like, oh, that sounds like a
that's
Spanish word.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But-
It's the
Very
same.
similar. Very
It's the same stuff.
So they're going to name the business, and the business name that they name it is Toga. Just kidding. Toga Doors.
Toga Tours.
They do throw out Toga as an
That sounds
idea.
Greek.
Yeah.
Toga Doors.
Yeah.
Does, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah, like toga. Oh, yeah, toga would be more Greek stuff, right?
See, I don't know. I got them all confused. But they decided to call it When in Rome, which
Yeah.
I was
When
waiting
in Roma.
Oh.
When in Roma.
for. When in Roma, like the tomato.
When in Roma.
But I was waiting for when in Rome. Like they didn't say it one time.
No?
No,
Never?
I wanted to someone to be
No.
like, well, when in Rome,
Well, when in Rome.
you know?
You go to a...
You know who should have said it? The gluten girl.
the gluten. Yeah, she said that.
Those were like her famous last words.
She did. Yeah, over the toilet.
That'd be amazing.
Before she died
But she died of gluten allergy.
internal bleeding.
Okay, so the next day they take a Vespa. They're like riding around town, and they go to like this bread. They make a
The
bread.
bakery, the famous
Bakery.
bakery where the girl ate the gluten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they don't they go behind and like
Yes,
make
they
the
go
bread?
back into the kitchen the kitchen.
Oh.
So then we get a sexy baking scene.
So
they're like-
that's when the first sparks fly.
Flower
Making
fight?
the panettone.
Flower fight?
No flour fight because
no,
they're in
they
Rome,
didn't.
so
No, the over-the-shoulder kneading of the bread.
I'll
they
take
probably
it.
make the bread with like olive oil, so you know there's no flour.
There's no olive oil
It's
fight
just olive
either?
oil and marinara, like bread.
Or a Parmesan.
Yeah,
a shredded
exactly.
Parmesan.
Parmesan's the flour. Yeah, right.
Yep.
They should have had a Parmesan fight.
I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Missed opportunity.
A meatball
Hallmark.
fight, a Parmesan fight, an olive oil fight.
There you go. And now after they make the bread, that's when the fountain.
That's when they go to the
Yeah.
fountain.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's like 1 coin, you get like a lollipop. Did you write it
You
down?
go back to Rome.
you
You'll
might
you'll
get a
visit
lollipop.
again.
Okay.
Yeah,
You'll visit
2
Rome again.
coins, you're gonna like find love in your life or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
Romance.
And 3, you're gonna find like your soulmate.
Oh.
True love.
So you got to pay.
Gotta
That
pay
ain't
for that.
Free. Magic isn't
Yeah.
free, man.
And of course, Oliver throws in 3 before he even knows the rules. He's just like found 3 coins. Was like, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you just you just paid for your soulmate, so good luck with that.
And it ain't me.
It's not
Or
me.
She's like, how many
is
coins
it?
did you just throw?
Yeah, she's very concerned. She's like, don't be me. Don't be me. Don't fall in love with me. So Luigi has everyone over for dinner,
Okay.
and they bring the bread that they made, the sexy bread, to the dinner, and they're like, haha, someone else brought the same bread, but we'll eat both of them because we're not mean, and we'll take your gift.
Right.
And Luigi, I don't really know what happens at this party. I think they're just like dressed fancy.
Well, the Fletchers are there.
Oh, okay.
The Fletchers play a very important part. Now, they are friends of Oliver's who are investors into the businesses.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sure.
so he's trying to talk up Lacey Chabert
Oh.
so that they will invest in her tour company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. She's getting some deals made. Tight.
Right. And, they're like in a very fancy mansion, and it's not like a fish out of water type of thing here. She like does really well. And everyone's like, oh yeah, we like that Lacey Chabert and her tour idea. What a great gal.
Yeah.
Kind of like how anybody who would normally meet her would think.
Right. They'd be like,
Like-
what a great gal.
What a great gal.
Just an all around great gal.
Wasn't she bigger after Mean Girls?
Why am I just all my wow?
Is she a mean girl?
You know what? I'm in love with her.
Dad, she was in Mean Girls.
Yeah,
she
she's
was
a Mean
the
Girls.
dumb mean girl. Yeah.
Dad took me to see Mean Girls in the theater.
What?
Just me and Dad.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Dad would take me to movies all the time. We saw Legally Blonde 1,
Yeah.
Legally Blonde 2.
Two?
That was when a fire alarm happened. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, in the middle of the movie.
In the middle of the movie, a fire alarm. We looked at each other. We're like, "Do we leave? Like the movie's
this-
still going."
Is this just a
Yeah,
practice?
let's
one?
just watch. Let's watch.
Yeah,
Let's just keep watching until the place goes down.
Yeah. You're just my son.
yeah. But yeah, they made us leave, and then you come back, and they just restart it.
Oh,
Not the
okay.
whole thing, but
Probably a popcorn issue.
Sure.
Probably a popcorn incident. I would assume.
Oh,
It's the only thing that could
yeah,
really
that's
like.
really smelly.
always an
Nothing worse
adventure
than
with
burnt
Dad.
popcorn.
Always an adventure with Dad.
That is the truth. I'm jealous. I don't. Where was I?
I don't know. Probably working
Probably.
at the bank.
Yeah. And we went to
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so
Reminiscing.
reminiscing.
Family time. This is Christmas. This is when
I
you
know.
Do,
This is what you do
when
at
you
Christmas.
do that.
Right. Usually it's like with mimosas,
Mm-hmm.
and because I make the mimosas, so they're really strong.
So they're good.
They're like good
They're
mimosas.
proper mimosas.
Yep.
Like just a little dab, little splash of orange juice.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. But with my family, everyone has their specialty now. So like some people do cranberry, some people do pomegranate, some people do.
Ooh.
1 year, my brother Tim, the bad one who didn't come on the podcast, Tim, he did like a sherbet or something,
Dang. Okay.
and it would like. It started off looking good, but then by the end, it's like milk all on the glass. of
chunky.
Yeah, I must have been at the bank for that one
chunky.
too.
You were there. You were there. Okay, so Oliver, like they're celebrating because Lacey gets or I don't know if she gets the investors at this point, but he gets the account
Okay.
with Luigi.
He gets to the Luigi account.
Well, no. Very importantly, he goes to the factory, and he makes his own ornament so he can see the detail and how long it takes to make an ornament. He's making an ornament for Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
Pan painting because he did some art stuff back in the
school.
day.
In
Yeah.
school, he took a couple classes.
Everyone's
Yeah.
an artist.
And Luigi,
Everyone.
he's loving it because now he sees that Oliver is taking his time and realizing the soul of ceramic making ornaments.
Yeah, so that's what wins him over.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
all the not the
Right.
the post-it with the number on it.
Right. It's the you see.
That's the difference.
Yay.
So they do like a horse-drawn carriage, and then they go to an elegant dinner with wine. And I love it when they drink wine at Hallmark because I'm like, oh yes, they're
Wine,
drinking wine.
It's always so pale, though. Their red wines are so pale.
Yeah, they're not good. They're
rosés.
yeah.
Why can't they use real wine?
Just
Maybe it's a
use-
rosé. That would work.
Maybe it's cool.
But it's red wine in Italy, so.
And they
Anyway.
exchange gifts at dinner, and he
Okay.
gives her the ornament he made, and she gives him like a key or something. I don't know what it was.
It was that frame from the Christmas market.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I missed
okay.
that whole
I
in the
missed that
beginning.
too.
I don't know. It didn't matter.
It didn't
Yes,
matter.
It didn't matter.
It
doesn't
meant
come
something
back.
to him, apparently.
Yes, and he even ignores a work call at dinner. Like his phone rings, and he.
But his business. What about his dad and his?
I
Oh
know. Yeah, he totally ignores it.
I'm worried about him.
And then he's like just like telling her that he's had the best time and he's contemplating staying in Rome for Christmas through Christmas.
Yeah.
And
might
then
as well.
going back.
Might as well.
You know, he already landed the deal and all the stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you know, we hardly know each other and, you know, we just met.
She's like,
I
no.
told you not to fall in love with me.
But it's science.
Yeah. She's like, I just don't see how this could work.
Right.
And he's like, do you want to dance?
How about we dance?
Yeah. He's like, stop talking.
Yeah,
and,
well,
like,
you
let's
know
dance.
that famous song, like the first Noel came on. So how could you not think about going to dance? It was
Sure. Yeah, that's
the first no. Oh, please, let's go dance.
yeah.
Can will you
Ooh.
dance
Yeah.
with
That
me?
gets me.
This is my favorite song.
Yes. You know, I was surprised they didn't dance to Dominic the Donkey. Am I right?
Dominic
What?
the donkey. What is this?
I don't know that one.
What?
Are you
Oh.
guys serious?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Dominic the Donkey, the Italian Christmas song?
That's not a real thing.
Oh, it is.
That's not real. You're making
It's
it.
100% real. I'm going to find it as we're... It is
That
100%.
And it's a Christmas song?
So my friend Lauren, who was on the podcast, her family, her brother married into a really Italian family, and they listen to this song all the time. I've known it since I was like 15 because of
Really?
them.
And it's just it's just like Jingle Bells in Italy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Oh,
Oh, there it is. Oh, wow.
La, la, da, 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 da.
Great.
Yeah. 100% real.
that would have been a great first dance.
Yeah, what a great first dance. I can't believe you don't know Dominic the Donkey.
Oh, my.
It's like the most stereotypical Italian thing you've ever
Yeah,
heard, right?
right?
That's amazing.
Yep. It's real.
Hey ho ha doodly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there wasn't like a mandolin in there.
Right. So they're dancing, but the mood gets interrupted by the boss calling again and being like, hello.
Oh no, but they have their first kiss.
Oh,
they
right.
do have their
Oh,
first
they do
kiss.
a little kiss?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
They do kiss.
No. Mm-mm.
Well, right.
And then
Breaking
he
Hallmark
gets a
rules.
phone call.
And the boss
Breaking
is
the
like,
mood.
you need to come back ASAP. We got to get working on this.
We
You're
got
gonna
the deal. You're promoted to VP. Let's go. Come on back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
like, you love working at Christmas, so come on back. And he's like, ooh, what do I do?
Another sting.
So he sits
I met Lacey Chabert.
Yeah, he sits Lacey Chabert down and he's like, so remember when I just said all this really nice stuff? And I take it all back. And this is justified. She's like, I am out of here. She storms off.
He's like, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, of course she storms off. And then the band keeps playing. Oh, wait. It didn't work. Play my song.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there all alone.
And then just like slowly rolls out.
Yep. Just like zooming on his face. Okay.
Oh, boy.
So at this point, this leaves Lacey Chabert like spiraling. She's like reconsidering her whole life. She's
Oh,
like, maybe I won't do
no.
tours in Rome. Maybe I'll move back to Seattle.
Just because of that?
Yeah. And I was like, oh,
all
she
right.
gave up on her dream really fast. And she lived there before she met him.
Yeah, what?
Also,
Be like, nah.
it's fine.
Yeah, because
No.
her parents met in Rome. Or
Yeah.
they met in
Yeah,
Rome?
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
St. Peter's Square.
No,
Yeah.
screw
They
that
met
guy,
in
man.
Rome.
Yeah.
Right.
So she has a special
Oh,
place
that's
in her
maybe
heart.
why he bought the picture frame.
Oh,
So he could put the picture of his parents in the picture frame.
Oh.
No, it was her parents. Never mind.
her
I don't know what I'm
parents. Her
talking
That
about.
was a great alliteration right
Yes,
there.
her parents.
That was
I know. That's some
seashells.
theater
a champion.
theater warm up.
Yeah.
So
Put a picture in a. I don't even know. I don't even know what you said.
So Oliver's packing up to leave because he has to go right back. And he's talking on the phone with his boss, and she's like, really, you got to come back. And he's like, I am packing my stuff. And his phone falls into the sink full of water. Why is it full of water?
You're shaving.
Oh, okay. All right. He was shaving.
He was buzzing his hair.
Right. But he has to stop by Luigi's Christmas caroling concert because it's in the plaza or something, like
Yeah,
a little
St. Peter's
town.
Square.
The square. See,
Yeah.
I would just be like, oh, we went to see a
Big
plaza or
famous,
something.
yes.
I don't know. It wasn't a big deal.
Because it's Christmas Eve now. It's Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Yes, it's Christmas Eve. So they're singing all these Christmas carols and stuff. But since he doesn't have his phone, he's
They're singing the donkey song.
right. Totally.
Waiting for the Pope to come out.
Yeah.
And Lacey goes to the hotel to catch him before he leaves because I guess she has a change of heart. I don't know why.
Her Italian friend,
Uh-huh.
kind of told her this is once in a lifetime you find true love or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she goes to the hotel. She misses them, but she sees that couple, the investor couple,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Fletchers. And then they're like, oh, well, we just saw him. He's going to the St. Petersburg. What did you say?
St. Peter's Square.
Square.
He's going to St. Petersburg in Russia.
There you go. That's pretty far. But if it was me, I'd be like, oh, I know where that is. And does she use
Said,
this?
how am I ever going to find
Yeah.
him in big St. Peter's Square? Oh ho. He has a GPS on his
creepy.
lapel.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Yep.
So she finds him, and there's no like tracking thing. I was like hoping there'd be like she has the phone and like
Like a
it's like beep,
Yeah.
beep, 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 like a metal detector. She finds him, and she's like, I feel like we have a connection, and we'll do long distance or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I shouldn't pass up this opportunity. And he's like, you don't have to do long distance because I talked to Luigi and I'm going to be running his company from here, and I'm not taking the VP position in New York. I'm going to stay in Rome. All right,
Oh,
twist.
he's staying.
Because he
staying.
painted that ornament and it just changed his life.
Great. That's great. Get
Yeah.
back into his like sculpting roots.
That's it.
Yeah.
And usually, Dad, in these movies, the woman has to leave her business to be with the man.
Yeah.
So this is pretty shocking for
This
Hallmark.
This is pretty big.
Yeah, big deal. Well, because it's Lacey Chabert.
Well, it's
She's
also
like,
Lacey
you know
Chabert.
what? I'm going to make a script edit right here.
Instead of go to New York, I'm here still.
Right.
How about that?
And they're like, what?
They're like, but that's not. But I don't.
That's not what we do.
But she's Lacey Chabert.
Yep, there you go. So they're standing in the little by the Christmas tree or whatever, and he's like, "This is the spot where your parents' picture was, where they first met." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, it is." And they're like 40 years ago at Christmas, and she's like, "This city's magical," and he's like, "Not as magical as you are."
Okay. Okay.
The
dude.
Yeah,
end.
except my parents are here, so I can't finish my sentence. But you know what it would be at the end. Not as magical as you are, bitch. Sorry, parents. I'm sorry. I ruined Christmas. And they kiss, and that's the end.
Whenever I swear on Christmas when I'm home,
Yeah.
my mom says, "Don't. You can't say that at Christmas. Any other time, fine. But on Christmas, if I'm like, oh fuck, she'll be like, you're ruining Christmas. When you
There you
say
go.
that, you ruin Christmas."
All right. So on the podcast, we either pour it up, Dad, that means good, you liked it,
Yeah.
or put a cork in it, that means no, you would not recommend. We'll start with Dad. What are you going to do to this movie, and why?
Pour it up.
Yeah, gonna pour it up.
Well, unlike Patrick, I like all the scenery, all the shots of Rome
Yeah.
and everything else that was there. So I thought it was really neat to see all these different areas.
Yeah, That's
And-
great.
So anyway, that's what I like.
absolutely, absolutely.
Mom, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to pour it up too. I liked that it was Christmassy, but not Christmassy, so it didn't have all the typical, gingerbread making and
Throw ball.
snowball
The
throwing.
old throw ball.
I think we did see a throw ball this year.
I was a little problematic with how he gave up his, he was this big aggressive guy. Now he's going to run a ceramics factory and paint ornaments. But okay, just suspend belief and go for it.
Yeah, might
Yeah.
as well.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna pour it up too. I was having a great time.
Yeah.
And it broke a lot of the normally problematic things like Hallmark has.
Right.
So I like that.
Wonderful.
And I'm pouring it up because Mama and Papa Serrano are here.
That's right. It's true.
It had to be good because Hoger didn't fall asleep. So.
That's true.
That's true.
Right.
Yep.
I'm in.
I'm also
Oh, and
pouring
it's
it up
Christmas.
'cause
And it's Christmas today.
Today is Christmas.
Oh yeah. Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad.
Okay, but before we go, we have to do our favorite. Hold on, I need to hear one more chorus.
Sing along.
And that's like a knockoff version. That's like the kids, Italian kids pop. All their kids are full-grown men in Italy.
Okay. Yeah.
You know that trope. Right? They all have mustaches and it's like when I said adorable child, I meant full mustache, little girl, full mustache.
A little girl with a full mustache.
We don't have Italian listeners, do we?
Not
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 anymore.
Italy.
not anymore.
Okay, great.
But not in Italy.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah, they don't-
Americans, they get it. American Italians, you get it.
Yeah, and I bet our Australian brethren will laugh also.
Right. All right, let's do Candace. Ooh. What you say, Candace Cameron Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace Cameron Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace Cameron Bure. Yeah. What you say, Candace Cameron Bure.
Yeah.
All right, what you say, Candace Cameron Bure, the segment where we watch Candace's Instagram and we talk about it.
Girl, what did you say today?
So it's Christmas, so in the spirit of Christmas, I have a clip, not a mean clip, just a clip. We'll play it, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Candace's Car Chronicles. I am talking about my favorite Christmas album of all time. And I want to know what yours is. Here's mine. The Heart of Christmas by Matthew West. It's from 2011, but it is still my favorite album. I'm sure Matthew's probably like, Candace, I have new music since then. And I know you do, and I'm sure it's great. But it's still my favorite Christmas album of all time. And
Okay,
Okay.
so
Who is Matthew West?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no
Oh.
idea.
No clue.
And I'm not going to look it up.
No.
I don't care.
I did see that he regrammed it and was like, Candace Cameron Bure likes my album.
I mean, do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Regram it.
But yeah, I don't know who
Regram.
that is. So my question is, what's your favorite Christmas album? Do you have one? If you had to pick?
That's what we should talk about.
Silent Night.
Silent Night, great
An
one.
album, yes, the Silent
That's my
Night album.
The Silent Night album. By,
Dad has an album.
The Silent Night album by Pantera.
It would be a toss up between Nat King Cole or Johnny Mathis.
Okay.
Yeah, Winter Wonderland.
Yeah, those are good.
Yep.
My favorite Christmas song. It's complicated because it's from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's called This is Halloween,
Right.
but
It gets Christmassy at the end.
it gets Christmassy. It's where it's not This is Halloween. It's when he finds Christmastown. In it, so he's from the land of Halloween, and then he goes and he finds Christmastown, or it's called What's This? Sorry,
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
Yeah.
There's magic everywhere. Like that's my favorite Christmas song, and I think,
Okay.
and I'm sticking to it.
Great.
Yep.
We all know my Jessica Simpson Christmas, of
Yep.
course.
Yep.
So just
Yeah.
Jessica Simpson.
We all know that Jessica Simpson.
Classic. Better than whoever Candace said.
Yep. Yep.
But,
Yeah.
I think he's like a Christian artist or something. So.
Oh yeah, okay.
So she has like some things there going on. But, it's Christmas, so Christians get it.
Christians get it.
They get it.
You get it, guys.
You guys go celebrate Christmas.
Go celebrate Christmas. Jesus was born.
Yes, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, that's fine too.
I mean, we celebrate Christmas without Jesus.
Yeah.
You don't need the Jesus part.
Do whatever.
Even though there's Christ in it.
I know.
Just it's Christ. Think of it as Christ.
That stands for Kris Kringle, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kringle.
All right. I think that wraps up this episode. we won't do pluggy time. We'll just play Dominic the Donkey to leave. Okay, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ciao, ciao. I don't know how to say it in Italian.
Ciao, ciao.
Oh, yeah. Ciao, ciao.
la 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 la